Have you ever been taught that Christopher Columbus discovered America in 1492? For centuries, that is the story most of us learned. A brave explorer sails across the Atlantic, reaches a new continent, and changes history forever. But what if that story is only half true? What if another explorer had already reached North America nearly 500 years earlier? An explorer whose name is rarely mentioned in history books. A man who crossed one of the most dangerous oceans on Earth in nothing more than a wooden ship. His name was Leif Erikson, and his journey may have rewritten the history of exploration long before Columbus was ever born. This is the incredible story of the Viking who reached America first. To understand this story, we have to travel back more than 1,000 years. The year is around 1000 AD. Europe is still in the Middle Ages. Most people live their entire lives within a few miles of where they were born. The oceans are mysterious and terrifying. Many sailors believe that beyond the known world lies only endless water, deadly storms, and certain death. But there is one group of people who fear the sea less than anyone else: the Vikings. These legendary Norse sailors have already explored vast regions of Europe. They have crossed dangerous waters, raided distant kingdoms, and established settlements in places many considered unreachable. Among them is a young explorer named Leif Erikson, the son of Eric the Red, one of the most famous Viking leaders in history. Leif grows up hearing stories of adventure and discovery, but one story captures his imagination more than any other. A sailor named Bjarni Herjolfsson claims that during a storm, he was blown far off course and saw an unknown land far to the west. He never stopped to explore it. He simply turned around and sailed home. Most people dismiss the story. After all, sailors often return with strange tales. But Leif is different. He cannot stop thinking about that mysterious coastline. What if the sailor was telling the truth? What if there really is a new land waiting beyond the horizon? Eventually, curiosity becomes stronger than caution. Leif purchases Bjarni's ship, gathers a crew of experienced Vikings, loads supplies, and prepares for a journey into the unknown. The voyage is incredibly dangerous. Remember, this is a time before maps, compasses, or modern navigation. There is no Coast Guard, no weather forecast, no rescue mission if something goes wrong. Once the ship leaves Greenland, the crew is completely alone. For days, they face freezing winds and rough seas. Towering waves crash against the wooden vessel. Ice-cold water threatens to swallow them at any moment. Every mile west takes them farther from civilization and deeper into uncertainty. Many explorers throughout history have feared what they might find. But Leif and his crew face an even greater fear. What if they find nothing at all? What if the ocean simply continues forever? Then, after weeks of sailing, something appears on the horizon. Land. Real land. Not Greenland, not Iceland, something entirely new. The crew has reached a coastline unlike anything they have seen before. Dense forests stretch across the landscape. Fresh rivers flow through the wilderness. Wildlife is abundant. For men who come from the harsh environment of Greenland, this place seems almost unbelievable. The Vikings continue exploring. They discover fertile land and resources that are scarce back home. According to the ancient Norse sagas, they even find wild grapes growing in the region. Because of this, they name the land Vinland, meaning wine land. Today, historians believe Vinland was located somewhere in North America, most likely in what is now Newfoundland, Canada. Leif Erikson and his crew have accomplished something extraordinary. They have crossed the Atlantic Ocean and reached the American continent nearly 5 centuries before Columbus.